Hi, Carol Allen here with Love is in the Stars, longtime Vedic astrologer and relationship coach. And I wanted to share some tips today on how to never need a love coach. Now, I'm not trying to put my industry out of business. And I'm not trying to tell tales out of school, but I just really want to inspire you that the things that help people find and keep great love are often really simple. And I'm friends with some of the best, most lauded, most famous, most successful, most expensive, most amazing love coaches in the world. And I myself have been doing this work for decades now. And absolutely, sometimes expert advice can make all the difference and can really be the difference that makes the difference, right? So if you feel called to have a coach, by all means, hire someone. And there's absolutely no limit on the value it can provide. And there's a lot of really simple stuff you can do all by yourself. So, my favorite story of all time happened with a woman who hired me because she was 32 years old and had never had a boyfriend. She was living far away from home. She was living in a very small, remote area that there were very few men in the town she was living in. She was working in a female dominated field and she just simply wasn't meeting anyone. So she told me her story of, never having had a boyfriend and of being a bit of a fish out of water, living where she was living and being in a female dominated industry and never meeting men. And I just thought, oh gosh, I don't want to lead her astray or, take her money and have nothing come of it. And I just felt a really big responsibility, but I also loved that she was believing in possibilities and was asking for help. And she had a very charming personality. And her chart said it could absolutely happen. And so one of the most simple, easy things we did is I helped her get online. Now, I know you're rolling your eyes. Internet dating, we've all done it. We've all heard of it. We all know about it. Yada, 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 yada. Well, I have to say, like most people, she needed better pictures. All of her pictures, she was in shadow. She wasn't dressed in clothing that was as flattering as it could be. She didn't, do her hair as well as she could. The lighting wasn't right, on and on and on. So we got her way better pictures, and I helped her write a profile that told a man why his life would be better with her in it. This is key. People write profiles that are very superficial and that all sound the same, right? I like hiking, biking, travel, and then all their pictures are of travel and with friends and doing things that make their lives look fun, but not choosing photos where they look great. So don't be superficial and don't just have lists that sound like everyone else's. Come up with something that tells a guy how his life will be better because you're in it, and then get some great photos. Even if you have a friend take them, just have your eyes lit, have your hair looking good, wear your most flattering clothing, and definitely have full body shots that show your form and, work it, girl. So she did that, and lo and behold, she started getting a lot of attention and she started getting more confidence. She started having men show interest, men be really nice to her, the same men write to her every day, men started planning to visit her, and this gave her just a lot of spring in her step. This made her feel really, really good. So this went on for a few weeks, and while it was really nice, she still wasn't making any really meaningful connections. So I gave her a tip that was so simple that she could have done this all by herself, but yet she never had. I said to her, you know, there have to be men where you're living, right nearby, that are perfectly qualified to be your boyfriend or your husband. Let's see, right? What is the name of your little town again? And I looked up Meetups. And lo and behold, there was a meetup group that weekend. And I said, you are going. It was a beach walk. I signed her up. I sent her the information, and she, to her credit, went. And guess what? She met a really nice man. They spent most of the beach walk talking. He lived in her town. She had never seen him before. He had never seen her before. And she was very excited, but nothing happened. So, feeling encouraged, feeling like, hey, maybe there are good men in the area, she signed up the following month for another meetup, this time for a speed dating event. And the night of the speed dating event came and she didn't feel well, so she didn't go. I had also taught her to write to men first, and she had her nice new pictures and her better profile picture on Facebook, of all things. And when she didn't go to the speed dating event, she knew they had a Facebook page. So she went to see who had signed up and who had gone. And lo and behold, there was the guy from the beach walk. So feeling confident, feeling like she liked her photo, feeling like, okay, Carol told me to write to men, she wrote to him. She said, hey, how are you? We met last month at the beach walking meetup. I see you signed up for the speed dating event. So did I, but I didn't go because I didn't feel well. How was it? And he said, I didn't feel well either. I didn't go. I'm feeling better today. How are you? She said, I'm feeling better too. They would sort of did some back and forth. They made some jokes. They had some nice exchange. And he asked her out that night. And they went out. And a few weeks later, she wrote me and said, oh my gosh, Carol, I think I have a boyfriend. And my favorite part was she said, all I am doing is being myself. And he thinks I'm amazing. Beep, 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 beep. So that was 3 years ago. They got married after a few months. They had an absolutely breathtakingly beautiful baby girl. And she wrote me again and said, even though marriage and motherhood was something I had always wanted, I had no idea it would make me this happy. Ah. So, my all-time favorite story. The odds were against her, and really simple steps turned it all around. And maybe your love story is that simple too. So what simple thing could you do today to move your, life closer to the goal of love? What simple thing could you do in honor of this time of love that we all celebrate, right? Could you tell all your friends to set you up? Could you get a new hairdo? Could you start flirting with strangers? Could you go to a happy hour in your area and, wear a cute little black dress? Could you reach out to exes that you're wondering about? I mean, who knows, right? That's how my husband got lucky. I was an ex. So anyway, maybe it doesn't have to be difficult. Maybe it doesn't have to require expert advice. Maybe there are simple things you can do that you haven't done. You never know. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. And if you do need a love coach, if you do need a hand to hold, if you do need a cheerleader, if you do need somebody to help you pick out those photos and write that profile and figure out more clearly what you're looking for, what your vision is, and how to say no to what it's not, and how to hold out for what you want, then hey, consider coaching with me. I do that. And I also, of course, include the stars to help you pick the best day to launch your profile, figure out who to go out with and who to say no to, and how to support yourself as much as possible to enjoy it all. So reach out to me at carol@soulmatestars.com. And thank you so much for watching.